Hi guys, YouTuber is back. It's last class of the week. I will upload 2 videos including this. Okay, this is first part covering section 14. We done most of it, so all we need to do is section 14 is worded question, yep, and section 15 is simultaneous equation. That's all we need to do. So we're getting there. Alright, section 14. Before we start, open your exercise book and please write this down. Quadratic functions, section 14. Yeah. Can be used to model a number of situations where a parabola is involved. So we can use quadratic function. That situation involve parabola. Okay, parabola look like this. Any shapes of and remember y equals a x squared plus bx plus c when a is positive, isn't it? It's positive graph and reflective. Yep. When a is negative, it's a negative. Yeah. All good. Same thing. So that's the parabola. Yeah. Those shapes involved in that relationship. When x increase, y moves that way. Okay. So that positive one, or it's not really positive, but when a is positive. When x increase, first they increase it, and after that turning point, they start to decrease. Good. Second part, when x increase, which is input, when input increase, y, output, decrease first time, and then after turning point, they start to increase. That's what they're showing you. So we can use example and explain this, probably much easier. Another thing, in that case, our output, that's the turning point, isn't it? In that turning point, we got the maximum output, isn't it? Yeah. You need to remember the output, whatever the y value, gonna be maximum in that turning point. So when you have x and y, that y gonna be maximum. What about this one? The y value in the turning point gonna be minimum. Does that make sense? Yeah, because y value is going to be smallest. So remember that. Then we'll continue these questions. Okay. Okay. Read question carefully first. Height. Okay, we're dealing with heights. We get that. Yep. Of an object thrown vertically upward in the air. Throw. Initial speed was 10 meter per second. Oh, we're using meter, which is a unit, and second. Okay, remember that? And 10 meter per second can be, oh, it's already modeled. This is all here. Yeah? So, height, h is here, isn't it? Yep. Bracket t. It's like fx, same thing. Yep. That f function is based on x, which is input. Good. So fx, which is y, output is based on x. That's what they're telling you. In this case, time, based on the time, we will get output height. Sounds okay? Yeah. Or you can just look at it this way. Y equals 3 plus 10t minus t squared. When y, which is output, isn't it? Y is what? Y is height, which is h. When x is, what is x here? Time. So I can change this. Y equals, write down minus x squared plus 10x plus 3. Also I can change to this. If you want to dealing with x and y, yeah, then you can write it down and dealing with x and y, and at the end of the question you can convert it what is x and y. Much easier. Otherwise, just dealing with h and t. Doesn't really matter, whatever works. Sounds good? Yeah? Okay. And let's read the question. The h is height, that's already given. And t is number of second. Okay, I get that. So time is a second, height is meter. Just write it down. Remember the unit because you're going to use it when you write down the answers. Object has been in the air. Okay, good. So it's basically you throw the ball and then come down, ball and down, and we're checking time and height, isn't it? Time and height. How high is the object after 3 seconds? So height, which is what? Y. Second, time, which is x. When we know time is 3, so x equals 3, they're asking what is y. That's simple, isn't it? From here, y equals minus x squared, so minus x, where is x? 3 seconds, yep, 3 square plus 10, x is 3 seconds plus 3. You guys happy so far? Yep. And we're doing bracket first. 3 times 3, 9, minus 9, plus 10 times 3, 30 plus 3. Therefore, we got 24. Y equals 24. What is y? Y is height. Unit is meter. So 24 meter. You have to write down unit. Okay. How high is the object after 3 seconds? When x is 3, y is height is what? 24 meter. Simply enough to do it. If you don't like x and y, you just use it h and t. Doesn't really matter. Just want to show you one way you can do it. And second question, using your calculator to assist, draw a graph. Okay, you can use calculator. Okay, I'll just do it without calculator here, but you can use calculator, which is go page 59. Page 59. Go and double check how to use calculator. Draw a graph. It's basically they ask you to draw, which shows the object's height at different time. Oh, we're dealing with that at the moment, isn't it? So that was y, that is x. X and y. Let's check that. So what is x here? X is time. Time. Our input is time here. What is our output? Height, h. H, height. And then time. What is the unit? Time is second. Height is meter. So make sure you labeled it. Yeah. And then we need to draw. Draw. What do we need? We got intercepts and turning point, isn't it? So I'll get the turning point first. according to this, dealing with that, or it's a negative, a is negative, so we will have something like this. Yeah, something like that. And we're gonna get the maximum point, isn't it? Yep, I already talked about that. Let's get turning point. How do we get turning point? Y equals minus x squared plus 10x plus 3. When you get the turning point, the first thing you can do is change that to turning point form, isn't it? Can you do that? I'll let you do it. I'll give you a couple of minutes so you change that to turning point form and get turning point x and y. Okay, you can pause it and do it first. Okay, I assume you've done that. Let's do this together. So minus, we have negative here. We don't need that, so we have to make negative and big bracket x squared, change that, minus 10x, change that, minus 3. You happy with that? Yep. And then continue that. I'm gonna deal with this now. I'm just only doing inside part, isn't it? Yeah. So x half of minus 10 minus 5 squared. I'm completing the square. And then minus 5 times 5, 25. Or minus 5 times minus 5, same thing. Minus 3. Make sure you have negative outside. Okay. Negative x minus 5 squared minus 28. Therefore, now I need to expand it times minus x minus 5 squared plus 28. So y equals, or h height equals minus x minus 5 squared plus 28 when x is time. Good. So I change that to turning point form. Oh, I just use that because it's simple enough to, I'm able to change it, isn't it? Otherwise, what can you use if it's quite complex, like y equals minus 2x squared or 3x squared? You can use turning point formula, isn't it? Yep, you can use turning point formula as well. So it's up to you, whatever you do. So in this case, hopefully you remember, this is a negative graph, I can see that, okay? And dilation is 1, and negative, something like this. And that turning point gonna be 5, yep, opposite of that sign, and 28. So turning point is 5 and 28. Did you get 5 and 28? Good. If you didn't get it, make sure you try this again. You must know how to do it. Okay? So I got the turning point, 5, go just 5 and 28 here. That's going to be turning point, and that will look like somewhere like this, isn't it? Roughly. Yeah. So I can see I should have y-intercept and 2 x-intercepts in this case. Yeah. But we need to consider that's something. Do we have negative time? No. So we're only dealing with positive time. So you need to think about it like x and y. Do we have negative heights in this case? No. So we're only dealing with positive time and positive heights. That's something you need to consider when you draw it. Sounds okay? It's just logic and yeah, common sense. Okay, and we need intercepts, isn't it? So I get y-intercept. How do we get y-intercept? When x equals 0. You need to get y-intercept when x no, you get the x-intercept when y equals 0 as well. So can you do that? You try first. You pause it and try first. Okay, I assume you've done it. So when x is 0, so here y equals minus 0 squared, 0, 10 times 0, 0, 3 is 3. And you also know that's always y-intercept anyway, isn't it? Because that become all 0. So I know the 3 is y-intercept. That means we will have parabola, something look like this. Yeah. All I need to get is this side, the positive side. I don't need negative sign. Since we're only dealing with positive time. Yeah, we're not dealing with minus 1 second. Okay, and how did you get that? X intercept. Make sure we're only getting positive ones. When y is 0, so 0 equals x minus x squared plus 10, x plus 3. How can we do that? How did you do that? You can factorize it, like 3, 1, can we make 10? No, we can't. Oh, we can't do that. So what's the last resource we can do this? Quadratic formula. Use quadratic formula. When a is minus 1, b is 10, c is minus 3. Okay? And then you will get, make sure you use that quadratic formula, minus 0.292 or 10.292. Use calculator. Yeah. And so basically that is minus 0.292. This one is 10.292. Yeah. But we're only dealing with positives. That's what we're interested in. So that's, we don't need to write it down here. No negative time. I can discard. Sounds good? So we're able to draw it. When you draw graph, make sure you have turning point. Oh, I didn't write down. Turning point was 5 and 28. Okay? Yeah. And then intercepts consider and label that what is x and y, including units. And it should be fine. You guys happy with that? Yes. We'll move on. C. Completing the square. Determine the maximum height that we actually did it, didn't we? Yeah, we did that here, completing the square. Yeah, so we don't have to deal with. So in this case, turning point was 5 and 28, wasn't it? Yep, 5 and 28. What is x value means here? X value is time. So that's 5 seconds. 28. Y value is what? Height. 28. What was the unit? Meter. So draw that again. Time and height. When we are 5 seconds, we got maximum height 28 meter. That's what they're saying. Yeah. So determine the maximum height. Maximum height is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going up, and maximum they can get it is 28 meter. At when does this happen? 5 seconds. Sounds good? So it's basically asking from turning point. When you have question maximum and minimum, they're asking you interpreting your turning points. Okay? So when we have parabola like that, we will have maximum point. When we have parabola like this, we have minimum minimum value at turning points. Sounds okay? Okay, good. Move on. D. When does the object again strike the ground? Strike the ground. So when something strikes the ground, what does that mean? Your height is 0. So when height y value, or y value, height equals 0. When is the height equals 0? From the graph. Here, isn't it? Y-intercept. X-intercept. One was negative, so the other one is what? When was it? 10.292 seconds. At 10.292 seconds, the object again strike the ground. Does that make sense? Yeah. So when y equals 0, which is x-intercept, and I get the x-intercept. Okay? Or just think about it. Oh, when height is 0, and much easier. When you see the number 0, it's gonna be somewhere in your intercept. That's probably the easiest way you can deal with. So all the questions like this, they usually most of the time ask you turning points and intercepts. That's something you can check. Sounds okay? All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, I'll let you do. Let's do this together. Okay, Alex, can you read example 2? Thank you. Sorry, I don't have anyone around me, so I have to do something. Okay, when you look at it, read through first and go and get what is units and x and y. But usually they actually give you. The formula is here. Yeah, y equals minus 2x squared plus 30x when y is area, which is A. Sounds good? Yeah? Then I can deal with that easily. Oh, no. I won't do that since they actually have y here too. So I can't use that. I'll just use A here as an area since we have another y there. Okay, just be careful in this case. So the rope is attached one. So that's the x. So that's going to be the x as well, isn't it? And that's the y. So we're using only 3 sides since that's the wall. Okay, and that total length is going to be 30 meters. So x plus y plus x has to be what? 30. So I have x plus y equals 30 and 30 meters. We'll remember that. Okay, we're using meter as a unit, the length. And we are also interested in the area. So obviously when we change the x, 1, 2, 3, if x is 1, let's think about 1, there's going to be 1, and then what's left? 28. That's how they look like, isn't it? And they're asking, what about the area? When x is 2, that will be 2 here. So 2 to 4 make 30. That's 26. They're asking the area. That makes sense now? Yeah? So we're dealing with this area and this length x here. Okay. Show that. When they ask you show, which means show us how to get this. That makes sense? From here. Area of the exhibition space is given by expression. Okay. How do we get the area? Area is rectangular. X times y, isn't it? Area. You always go back to the basic things like formula usually. If there's a circle, you use the circle formula. Yeah. X times y. Okay. But when we look at it, this is something we want to get at the end, isn't it? Yep. Can you see any y here? No. They only use x. So I need to replace y, using x. So let's go back and check the relationship. X plus x, which is 2x plus y equals 30, isn't it? So x plus x and y has to be 30 meters. Therefore, y equals what? 30 minus 2x. That makes sense? I'll just move to here. Yep, y is 30 meters. That's what I done from here, isn't it? 30 meters minus 2x. So x times, instead of y, I sub it in, 30, I'll use bracket, minus 2x. Sounds okay? Yeah? And then open the bracket, 30x minus 2x squared. So I usually write down square first in order, minus 2x squared plus 30x, and area is A, which is same as that one. So I proved it, or I showed. You understand this one? Okay. The worst case, if you're not able to do it, just move on to next question, because it's only showing it, you are able to solve any other questions without doing A. Okay? Since we have already the function here. Now, second question. Draw a graph which shows how the area, okay. We're dealing with area and changing with the, okay. Well, I don't have to read the whole thing since I already have this. Area equals minus 2x squared plus 30x. That's the relationship. It's given already. Okay? And before we move on, you always think about unit. We're using unit meter, isn't it? So x gonna be unit is meter. What about the area then? Area is always squared one. So meter square. Don't forget the unit, okay? And then let's draw this one. Yeah. X and y. X gonna be what in this case? What is x actually stand for? Width. And the unit is meter. And y value here, well, don't mix with that y. I won't write down. Okay. Y-axis gonna be area. Unit is meter square. Done. Yep. Draw graph. What do you need to do? First, well, we need to consider a couple of things, isn't it? First, you need to know turning points. What else? Intercepts, isn't it? Well, go and get the turning points first so you can see. In that case, look at that. minus 2 is a negative. Are we going to have this loop parabola or that loop parabola? Reflected one, isn't it? So we're going to have something look like this and having maximum point. That's what we expect, yeah. And okay, turning point. Let's get the turning point. Turning point. To get the turning point, you can use turning point form, yeah, or what else? Turning point formula. Either way. In this case, minus 2, and then it's going to be minus 15, and half of minus 15 is minus 15 over 2. Then I have to square them. Square that, it's going to be a big number, isn't it? So I'll probably don't go that way. So I'm not going to completing the square. So I'd rather use turning point form. So turning point form x TPY minus b over 2a c minus b squared over 4a. Remember that? We've done that before, wasn't it? Yep. Go and check that. And then, in this case, a is minus 2, b is 30. Do we have c? No. C. Therefore, y-intercept is going to be what? 0, I know. And then we will have something like this. Yeah. I mean, I don't know at the moment, but we will have something like that. And then let's get that. So turning point x equals minus b 30 over 2 times a minus 2. Therefore, we have minus 30 minus 4, negative, negative, positive, 7.5. Okay. And next one, turning point y equals 0 minus 900 over 4 times minus 2 minus 900 over minus 8. And this calculator, 900, negative, negative, positive, divided by 8, 112.5. You should have both positive since I know that's going to be our turning point. So the turning point is x is 7.5 and 112.5, isn't it? So x is what? 7.5 meter. That's the width. And y is, when that x is 7.5 meter, the area become maximum 112.5 meter square. That's what they're telling me here. Okay? So that probably look like this, isn't it? 7.5, 7.5, and 30 minus 2 of 7.5, and you will get something. And that area become maximum, which is 112.5 meter square. Just quick interpreting out of it. Next, find the length and width of the exhibitions. Oh, we done it already, didn't we? Yeah. We already found width, which was 7.5 meter. How do you get length? So width was what? Width was x. Yep, length was y. And we know x plus y equals 30. So we actually get that length equals 30 minus 2 width. So to write it down, y equals 30 minus 2x. When x is width, y is length. And in this case, 30 minus 2, 7.5, which is same as what I've done here, isn't it? This one, yeah. and then I got 15, and unit is meter. So y value, which is length, the length is 15 meter. Maximum area, okay? We're dealing with turning point. Maximum area. We know that's 7.5 meter. When width is 7.5, what do we get for length? 15 meter. That makes sense. 7.5, 7.5, 15, makes 30. So I need to write down maximum area when 7.4 meter by 15 meter. Or write down width and length. Next question. What is the maximum area of the space? We already know maximum area is 112.5. 112.5 meter square. Don't forget units. Make sure you're dealing with units. Okay. Oh, it's done. So you will see worded questions in calculator part. So you're able to use calculator, graphic calculator, or this. Okay. Page 59, they show you how to use graphic calculator. And when you go to section page 4, section 14, continue more questions here. I know I am giving you quite a bit of work at the moment, but I really want to complete Quadratic at this point. Okay, so please do that. Okay, well, see you at next video. Thank you.